been a long time, but we're welcome back to Cafe for Nerds with Lucy and
Jamie.
Okay. So it's a weird time to be alive at the moment, isn't it? With this whole lockdown.
Yeah, a strange situation, unprecedented.
Yeah, obviously we're
I
big
learned this
word.
week.
Yeah, so obviously we're both at home in our rooms.
My humble abode.
Yeah, separated from each other for like the
Me
first
casa.
time on this channel. Yeah, but
Yeah, a bit of a different setup this time.
But we still wanted to do some content. We got, if anything, I feel like we've got more time now to be doing videos than we had before.
Yeah, I think that's why it's been so long. We've just both been
so
moment.
Yeah, so we thought we'd come back, got some little things to be doing. There won't be as many like new films coming out that we can review.
Yeah, not for a while at least. Anyway,
no, not from the cinema.
What was the last thing we went to go watch? Birds of Prey.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that wasn't really worth a review.
No. But like I said, there might be new stuff dropping on Netflix or on our TV. There's always like Netflix originals, Amazon Prime originals as well. So
I think a lot of things are getting digital releases now as well. And obviously you've got Disney Plus being released in the UK now.
Yeah.
So that opens up some options to maybe watch some films we haven't before, or maybe some of their new stuff they might be releasing.
Yeah, it's actually quite a good time to be getting into different genres or different, series, films.
New things. You might find a new classic. You might want to rewatch an old favourite.
So before you can go out in the sun and be free, why not make the most of this lockdown, have some movie nights in, get some food, even if you FaceTime your friends, and just relax. And so I think that leads us quite well into this video that we've made. Yeah. So we're basically doing top 10 films, TV series that we think we would recommend that you guys to watch.
Yeah, a little lockdown list.
Yeah, that's quite a good way
to get that in.
No, I can see you're desperate for it. Yeah, lockdown lists. So without further ado, when Jamie's finished drinking his tea,
I'm gonna take one more sip.
I've got nothing else to do than wait.
So kicking off the first one, got Star Wars. Obviously all on Disney Plus, which you can get 7-day free trial for if you don't want to get. I don't know how much it costs actually. I'm using yours.
£7.99 a month.
It's not bad really though, is it?
If you're saving money on commuting, then
there you go. Spend your money on Disney films. But I've put down the original 3, the OG trilogy, just because I guess you've got time to watch them all, but they're sort of up there with the classics. Brilliant sort of sci-fi films. First few that I was introduced to. Who doesn't love Star Wars? Classic good versus evil.
Yeah. I've actually gone back and rewatched some of them recently,
I think I need to go watch them.
Yeah, I think the Luke Skywalker trilogy is the best.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I think everyone agrees that, yeah.
It's nice, if you've got the time, watch through all of them. I wouldn't really say the new ones. Bit of waste of time.
At number 2, we've got True Grit, which is on Netflix and is a Western film. Bit different. I feel like Westerns don't really get talked about as much, but we're talking about the remake, so not the original. We're talking about the remake on Netflix. And it's just a really good action film, lots of drama. The characters are just amazing, and I think the storyline is just spot on. Like, it's got everything you look for in a good standalone film. So yeah, recommend that. Easy watch. It's not too heavy, bit slow at points, but it's one of my favourite films. My dad introduced me to it when I was younger, and I just feel like everyone should watch it at some point. So yeah, True Grit should definitely be on everyone's lockdown list.
Okay. Next up, number 3, got SpiderMan Into the Spiderverse. So probably one of my favourite comic book films. brilliant adaptation of sort of like a lesser known comic book storyline. It's a new look at Spider-Man that a lot of people may not have seen. Obviously, you've got Miles Morales as the sort of spotlight Spider-Man character instead of Peter Parker now. And it's a brilliant sort of zero to hero journey.
Definitely, yeah. And visually, I think, as well.
And this one is on Now TV, so if you've got access to that, brilliant. I'm sure you could probably find it somewhere else. I don't know if it'd be on Disney Plus, actually, because it's linked to Marvel, even though it's Sony. None of the Spider-Man films.
None of the Homecoming, Far From Home. I don't think so.
That's
so
crazy.
Disclaimer, I've just told
that?
Jamie, and he's a bit shocked, that the Spider-Man films aren't on Disney Plus. I haven't checked for like the old Spider-Man, but I know that Homecoming
Sony,
and Far From Home aren't, because they're Sony.
But that's ridiculous, because they're part of the MCU.
Yeah, but they're not.
But yeah, this was a brilliant film, and I instantly loved it. It got a lot of... I don't think it did as well as it could have done, because it was animated, and a lot of adults were like, we'll stay away from that, it's a kid's film. But actually, the animation, I think, adds something to it, especially in its genre. Really bringing those comic book pages to life. So
next, which we've got number 4, we've got Layer Cake, which is on Now TV. So that is like, it's a crime film. It's very similar, if you've seen The Gentleman, which was released in January this year, very similar to that. In the story, it's that drug dealer who wants to retire, and he basically gets drawn into 2 different jobs he has to do before that. But it's a really funny film, gory, very violent, but it's got Daniel Craig in it. But it's just like a really good British crime film. I feel like it doesn't get spoken about as much as some of the others, but definitely worth a watch. And yeah, it's a very enjoyable film. But yeah, if you're not keen on violence, then maybe don't watch it.
But... No, definitely. I haven't seen it, so that's going on my list.
Yeah, you should, definitely. You'll love it.
I'll be watching that. So number 5, we've got our first series on the list. One of my personal favourites that I'm actually watching at the moment with my dad, Vikings on Amazon. It's great historical drama, kind of focusing around this one family in like Norway, and kind of their struggles and rises throughout their time. It is actually, since I've been watching it, my dad was looking up some of the history, and it's quite accurate to the source material. In terms of the people that are in it, like the characters are actually true historical people, which is quite good because it's educational. Who doesn't like a bit of education? But yeah, it's great, and as we've got a lot of time on our hands, it has got 6 seasons with, I think they're about 10 episodes a season, and they're about 45 minutes long each, so it could take you quite a while to get through that. I think we're only just getting onto season 6 now, and been watching it for a couple of weeks, so that's definitely, I think, should be on your list if you've got Amazon Prime, or even just get like a free trial if you haven't had it before.
So at 6, we've got Inglorious Basterds, which is a Tarantino film, and you can get on Netflix, I believe. Yeah, Netflix. I think it's one of his best. It's my personal favourite Tarantino film. Violent. It's about World War II and about the Nazis and a group of army people that go to... I forgot the word. Soldiers.
Army people.
Army people. Soldiers that were to go in. Yeah, it's this big plot basically, but it's very typical Tarantino films, and lots of twists. It's a really good script, and yeah, very bloody. But it's quite funny as well. There's funny parts of it, so I feel like that is a really good watch.
Definitely one of the funnier ones, and I think with quite an enjoyable villain in it.
Yeah, and you've also got like Brad Pitt standout performance in that, which is amazing. So I can't really fault it as a film. So yeah, I thought that definitely has to be on there if you haven't seen it. which most people probably have. Yeah.
Next up, a very big contrast to the last one. We've got The Upside on Amazon. This is a brilliant film. It's quite a heartwarming film. It's got Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston in it. Sort of like a really unlikely duo that get together. Kevin Hart plays this sort of ex-con who's supposed to be looking for work, ends up going just to this job interview, which is for Bryan Cranston, who plays like a quadriplegic, so paralysed person. If you don't know what that is, I didn't know what it was until I looked it up.
You had to Google it. Yeah.
But yeah, you see, so Bryan Cranston is this sort of, he's paralysed from the neck down, and he's looking for a new assistant to take care of him and give the job to Kevin Hart, this unlikely candidate, and turns out to be a really good sort of friendly film. And they sort of build a friendship through it, and just a happy film to watch.
Well, literally, the name's The Upside.
Yeah,
it's a very uplifting film.
Lift the mood in this kind of almost depressing time.
Yeah.
So it's a nice one to sit down on a Sunday and just watch with a cup of tea and your family.
Yeah, it's a family film, I think, and it would put you in a good mood. So if you need that,
and it has got its humour, and it balances sort of humour with seriousness quite well, because it obviously is quite a serious topic.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant and definitely worth a watch.
So next we have Snatch, which is another one of my favourite films of all time. Guy Ritchie, again, I think there's a theme here, like British crime film, violent, very funny. I wouldn't even know how to classify this in a genre, but yeah.
Sort of crosses quite a lot of genres. I think you've got sort of crime, drama, comedy, bit of action in it.
It's a proper mixture, and again, standout performance, Brad Pitt. Like,
yeah,
you can tell I've got a bit of a crush on him.
I think that's it. I mean, I haven't seen Layer Cake, so I don't know, but I think
no,
Snatch
is
very, very similar to the layout of The Gentleman, just in the way it's told. It's not like a linear kind of story line. It kind of jumps back and forth.
Yeah, it's like Guy Ritchie. That is his thing. Like, he'll tell a story from one point of view, and then you'll have characters crossing into that one storyline. There'll be like ripple effects. So there might be one event at the beginning of the film, we don't realise actually what that's caused, and it's like a domino effect his films have, I think.
When we were watching it, we were kind of sitting there trying to work out how all these different characters are linked, because they're all quite separate. Yeah. And then it all kind of comes together at the end. It's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, again, my dad introduced me to that when I was really quite little. I don't know why he let me watch it, because it's pretty violent. But I'm glad, because I think it's just a great film. And who doesn't love Guy Ritchie? So I mean, those older films are much better than what he's done recently, excluding The Gentleman. So like, if you look at King Arthur, this is all better than that.
With the history ones, but
this is all better.
This is sort of like classic. So next, my last one on the list, we've got Elysium at number 9. This is on Now TV, and it's quite good. It's a sci-fi film. It's quite good. It's quite almost political. It's sort of a story of two different classes set in the future, about basically there's the poorer kind of society of the human population living on this overpopulated Earth, and the rich and wealthy have kind of built this like spaceship called Elysium, where they all live, and there's like crazy health machines that cure death pretty much, and it's about Matt Damon's character fighting to get up to Elysium because he's suffering from radiation poisoning. And it's a brilliant sci-fi film. It's from the same director who done Chappie and District 9, which are both sort of quirky sci-fi films. This one's got a pretty big budget, brilliant sci-fi action scenes, and kind of quite tense action scenes as well, and a brilliant ending, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's a really good film. I definitely preferred it to District 9, I think.
Yeah, it was a lot faster paced than District 9, a bit more gritty than Chappie, I'd say.
Okay, and the last one that we're going to talk about today on this list is a TV series on Netflix called Money Heist, which a lot of people have heard about. I started watching it. I think Jamie did too from season 1 when it was first released. It is in Spanish, but don't let that deter you. And I wouldn't watch it in English personally. I feel like
have
you
to
get
watch it in Spanish.
you get the best experience from watching it in Spanish with English subtitles if you don't speak Spanish, which I don't. You
I
don't
do.
either, Jamie.
I do.
Jamie likes to
Well,
think he does, but he doesn't.
well,
So again, it's a crime, a heist, money heist. It's a plot to steal loads of money, but it's very clever the way it's written. Characters are great. It's sort of the way I feel like it's produced, a bit like it comes from a graphic novel, but it doesn't. I feel like just the costumes and the characters' names in, the look, even like the colour scale. But yeah, just an amazing series. I think amazing TV series. It's in 4 parts. The 4th part has just been added to Netflix now. So again, a lot of watching material if you're locked down inside.
a lot of time to binge to catch up. So
Yeah. And this one's good because you have to concentrate because it is subtitled. You can't sit there on your phone and watch it
yeah,
because
it's
you
not
won't know what's going
background
on.
noise.
Yeah. But in a way, that's good because you fully get involved. I feel like you really buy into all the characters. And actually, I got really emotionally invested into it, which I think for me is like a really good sign that it's a good program and I'd definitely recommend it. So yeah, that is our little quick top 10. As we said, we're going to link the other films and TV series down below in the comments, in the description.
Yeah. And if you feel we've missed anything off, is there anything you want to add, leave a comment.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like the video. If you do go back and watch any films, let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to know what you think. And then we can maybe do some more in-depth reviews of these if anyone particularly likes them. But yeah, we'll see. And we'll be back with more videos because luckily we've got more time now. So
We've got a couple planned in the pipeline.
Yeah. So we will be back very shortly. But that's it for now. So stay safe, stay home, and stay inside.
Stay alive.
Yeah.
Don't be selfish.